Okay, so today then we are going to be doing our English reading test. So this is the 2020 National Curriculum Key Stage 2 English reading test. So what I would like you to do is read the extract on slides 2 and 3 and then answer the questions on slides 4 and 5. I will then put the answers up at the end for you to mark on slide 6. Take note of how much each mark is worth. Okay. Children's manners and etiquette in the 1950s. The behaviour of your children was a symbol of the parents' status. Many people, especially those under the age of around 45, will often hear us old ones say, "If I'd have spoken to my parents like that, I'd have got a clip round the ear." But in most cases, it's true what we say. You would never answer back. You would do as you were told because that's how it worked. Possibly part of the reason was that for the last 100 years, the vast majority of us were children of those who fought in the services during the two wars, and this brought about a discipline. There again, discipline goes back centuries before that even. It is best to write how things were back in the 1950s by just giving examples and the rules which existed, most of which are long forgotten, I'm afraid. 1. When an adult, excepting your parents, entered a room, you would stand up. If you didn't, you'd get ticked off for sure. 2. You would always vacate a bus or train seat for a woman or someone in senior years. You would also offer them your place in a queue when alighting a bus. 3. You would never leave the table without seeking permission first. In fact, you would usually not even bother asking. In the 50s, most would eat as a family and leave the table together. 4. Please and thank you were compulsory, and unlike nowadays, if you didn't say it, it wasn't a case of the adult saying what an impolite young child you were after you'd left, they would tell you to your face. 5. At school, every teacher was referred to as Sir or Madam, and upon entering the classroom, everyone would stand and unanimously say, "Good morning, sir." 6. If you wore a hat, you would never wear it indoors, home, or shop. You would take it off if you met or you were talking to a lady. 7. I want were two no words. It was always I would like or may I have, followed by the mandatory please and thank you, of course. 8. You would always open a door for someone, a woman or adult, and allow them entry or exit before you. 9. Speak to when you're spoken to. Another expression us old ones often say. You would not normally make the first comment other than to ask how a person was. You would sit politely when you had guests and wait for the question, and that was usually based around your schooling. 10. Going back to buses and trains, and even walking down the street. If you saw a lady struggling with her shopping, you would offer to help, even if that meant going out of your way to take them to her home. Okay, so questions 1 to 7 then. Pause the video whenever you need to in order to answer the questions correctly. You also may need to go backwards to the reading again. So question 1. If the line beginning with many people counts as line 1, what is the 17th letter on the line 7? Number 2. Add together the numbers used on lines 1, 4 and 7. Number 3. How many times is the letter E used in line 9? Number 4. This text seems to use a lot of random capital letters that shouldn't be there. How many misplaced capitals do you think there are? Number 5. You would always vacate a bus or train seat for a woman or someone in senior years. How old do you think someone has to be to qualify them as being in their senior years? Number 6. You would never leave the table without seeking permission first. Think of a song with the word table in the lyrics. Number 7. If you wore a hat, you would never wear it indoors, home or shop. Go and find a hat in your house and wear it whilst you answer the rest of the questions. So that's question 1 to 7. Questions 9 to 12. At school, number 8. At school, every teacher was referred to as Sir or Madam. For the rest of the day, only call the adult in your house Sir or Madam. Number 9. Apart from number 8, how many rules are there? Number 10. Going back to buses and trains, find the nearest person in your house. If they're not busy, say choo choo to them. If they say, why are you making train noises? Then you get the mark. Remember, only do that if they are not busy. Number 11. I want were 2 no-no words. What are 2 no-no words or phrases that the adults in your house don't like you saying? Remember, no rude words. And finally, number 12. Can you write 5 rules for what you think parents' manners and etiquette should be like in 2020? Your adult at home can give you 1 mark for each one they agree with. So that's down to your adults at home to decide what's right and wrong. And that is the end of the reading test. So now I'm going to put the answers on the screen and I would like you to mark your answers. I hope you enjoyed that Year 6. I think it was a little bit more fun than a regular reading paper. I'll speak to you soon.